Should HUT and World HL be free to play? This is the question I want to answer today as we head into NHL 25. Given the topic, we will discuss the pros and cons for going into free to play for the main three parties involved. The buyer, as in those of us who buy the game, those of us who are interested in NHL but don't buy the game, and finally, EA Sports. To make a fair decision, it is crucial that we keep these three parties in mind to make a compelling argument. So without further ado, let's get into the video. The first statement I want to make is that I'm a firm believer that microtransactions do not belong in paid games, especially a full price title like NHL. If you want microtransactions, then I believe you should do so only in a free to play game, knowing that they will never remove the pay card system that HUT is built on due to it being an absolute cash cow and now having World HL have paid cosmetics, which I don't believe is right once again, since it's a paid full price game. My proposal is to make the two game modes free to play. Looking at the three parties again, we have to ask what are the pros and cons for each group. For those of us who buy the game, aren't we just receiving even less than what is already considered a bare bones game? What are our benefits? First off, if you only buy the game for HUT and World HL, you no longer have a reason to buy the game, saving you $80. In the case that you decide to buy the game for the other modes, you will receive benefits like the special editions of the game given for HUT and World HL. The special editions would then need to be slightly buffed to make them more worth the price. That being said, you would either be saving yourself the money of the game or receiving benefits for buying the full game. But what about the benefits for those who don't buy the game? Well, it's pretty clear, isn't it? They get access to playing HUT and World HL for free. Obviously, this is a clear win for them with zero drawbacks. Lastly, but most importantly, if we ever want this to get implemented, it has to make sense for EA Sports. So what is the benefit for them if they make both modes free to play? The benefit is that they would be increasing the amount of players that they can sell microtransactions to. Although I can't say for sure, I have a theory that some players might justify buying microtransactions since they saved the $80 for not buying the base game. The hope here for EA is that by increasing the player count, you'll also be increasing the profit margins, also tapping into a market that may not have been appealed to before. To play devil's advocate, we have to discuss the cons for EA as well. The first con being that this is a huge risk. There's questions you have to ask yourself as EA, like will the free-to-play community actually spend money? Wouldn't this audience be less likely to? What about the money lost from those who would have bought the game? How much money are we losing? Also, isn't the highest spending group of microtransactions those who already buy the game? How would the community that buys the game feel? Wouldn't they want more game modes to make it feel like they aren't losing features? All of these are completely valid concerns. At the end of the day, we have to ask the community, is this something they, or rather we, even want? All this has the potential to be a three-way win. It also has the potential to be a lose-lose situation. EA loses money, the community feels like the game isn't worth the price, and the free-to-play players, wait, never mind. They still win, they get a free game. Anyways, I think this is a really interesting topic, which is why I want to end this video by asking you guys, what do you think? Should EA consider making the modes with microtransactions free to play, or would you prefer to see them strip away the microtransactions and keep the modes paid? I personally would buy the game either way, especially as a content creator, but I would love for people who struggle financially to still have a fun way to experience up-to-date NHL hockey. Lastly, thank you as always for watching. If you enjoyed, consider liking and subscribing, and until next time guys, take care of yourselves.